Laura, are you ready? Da-da-da-doo. Ba-da-da-doo. Send a message in chat real quick. Make sure you're able to see it. Okay, making sure. This is basically a walking simulator I saw a video about. Kinda wanted to blame myself. I don't
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
This is walking simulator, by the way. Hold up. Just my computer crap. There it is.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Mail time.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Dude. So weird.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Can I walk this way? Or do I walk? I want to go this way. Hold up. Exploration. Never hurt nobody.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Right? Or no?
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
Basketball. Also, the roads go the exact same direction. Okay.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
What the heck?
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband.
Can I walk up to the dragon? There's missing posters in the water now. Okay, I can't go that way. That sucks. I need to pet the dragon, bro.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Finch.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
More missing posters, bro.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Keys. Oh, I gotta, like, physically...
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
trying to like shut it, but then I dragged my mouse 3 times. Dude, that's spooky as hell. What? No way, what?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Other one. I have enough bass in my voice that it carries a little bit at least, especially this late at night. Dream. This is the dream garage, bro. What is under here? Like a rust bucket.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
What do you mean, what? Looking at chat right now. If you're saying something.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. Instead of a family, there were just memories of one. After Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got pretty sick of salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
That's a guy over here. Son of Dawn.
Only one restaurant would deliver to our house. We had Chinese a lot.
Dude, that's freaking sick. What? I want Chinese food.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
I unlocked the front door.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Dude, that's so sad. What
A lot
the
of
hell?
things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last
Go for
night.
real. Dude, what?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
What? Oh, what do you mean buried in the library? Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key What's
didn't
kind of
fit.
weird? The wheelchair.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
No. Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Can I go inside the fireplace? Secrets? Secrets? No, it's not a horror game. It really gives off that vibe, though. I'll be honest with you. Not a horror
After
game.
Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
So wait, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms and stuff, and then somebody else, Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Oh, was I supposed to let that finish? schizophrenia.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Bro. Okay, hold up. I'll be real with you, I've already seen like 99% of this game. So I'm gonna like try to keep up.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
The Finches.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
There's a shark and then there's a house.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Bro.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
This walking simulator.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
You didn't see it in real life, but like
just like I had no idea
took my mouse from
this
like
was
one end
gonna
of my
lead.
desk and just shoved it all across the other end to get that thing to open.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Dude, rat cage.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Gonna walk into the painting. Let me. It won't let me. Hoot. There's a rabbit. There's a duck. There's a cat. No. Still there, right? There's a map.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
You ready, Laura? Because this is the game that's about to get weird. It's about to get weird, Laura. I'm sure you can hear me, but it's about to get super wacky. Oh,
December 13,
this sets the tone for the entire
1947.
game.
Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
I'm calling Molly weird.
I woke up and I
You're
was
calling
starving.
Molly weird.
So I looked around for something to eat.
Pumpkin.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Can I come out?
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
This is a German lady. Okay.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Where's the gerbil? Hold up. There's a gerbil somewhere in this room. There's a gerbil somewhere, bro. I can interact with the door. Oh no.
I kept eating and eating.
I just eat a whole tube of toothpaste, bro. I
ate a lot of things that night.
Hollyberry, straight up poisonous. Lovely. What else can I eat?
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Am I gonna eat the bird, bro?
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Tweet, tweet.
I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Yo. Can I chase the cat?
Mom
the
and
bird.
Dad didn't even look at me.
Mom and Dad. It's an old dude in there. It's like our mom and dad. They're like ancient. Oh, parkour. Oh. Where's the bird at?
I jumped and I almost got her.
I was nowhere near her, by the way.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
I'm gonna warn you,
Now
by the
I
way.
was up in the big tree.
Can I jump up there?
I promised Dad I wouldn't
Cannot.
climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna warn you now. This game, it's like insanely dark, especially towards like.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
Nothing. That's right. The whole.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find
This is in a
something
little
bigger.
girl's diary, by the way.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
That's amazing. I'm not even touching anything, bro. I'm just rolling.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Is that a dolphin?
I wanted fat, juicy seeds. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Get that.
Grabbed on tight. And I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
I guess I'm supposed to follow the bird. I've not been following the entire thing. Cool. That's it.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
It sounds like
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Christmas music, bro.
drunken sailor, what shall we do with the drunken sailor lying aboard? His belly was rusty, his belly was rusty.
Passenger, I was still hungry, and across the water I smelled something new, something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
My shirt.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
What is this? What am I supposed to be this time? I have no idea. Okay. Where am I going? Sewage plant. Oh, I see you started. Trust me, this game gets weirder. Manages it.
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Swag.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
What? I shut them. Oh, do I get to go on the balcony? Can't go back in, I gotta go do this one now. I can't get up. This house is tall, it won't let me look up further.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
By the way, this gets much darker in tone. I just want to cross the entire...
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
So I'm guessing like every room's in the...
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Bro, it's so sad. Dude, what the... Dude, it's like Snow White and Seven Doors right there, look. Little goblin. Built in 1937. Taxidermy. The home, what? I don't know.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
head turned like sideways looking at this.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Oh, Edie. Oh, I get it now. Edith Jr. Sad metal singer. My friend Bigfoot. Edith interview. Random jump. America. The Finches. Mole Man.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
There's the painting in the room. That's pretty sick. 1988 to 2010.
Her room was like a museum.
22. That guy's old.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of... On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
On a boat. They put their whole house on a boat.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Oh wait, so he died?
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
It's what fuck.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Okay, so he died on the house.
His daughter Edie is already
on the
dreaming
wall.
of a new Finch house.
No, Norway, whatever. The family curse. Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay. I just walked this door. Nothing. Another door. Let's try that one.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh, this. Dude, look at this, Laura. They got carpet in a stinking bathroom. A shag rug, bro. And a wank. Hey, no, that's a trash can. With a wine bottle in it. What?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Oh. That's
It was a
nasty.
pretty big trace.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, that's... Wait, what do they call these? Like rooms where you...
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
That's it. That's a whole deer. I just walk this way.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Still want to come back here and explore this area.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
So sure. Dude, this is his kid's bedroom.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Saving.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh. Oh, dude. That's so sad, bro. What?
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
I'm assuming that's Edie. Tears. Take 'em.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Surprise too, that will help us later, I guess. Let's see what's down here.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child
Still
star.
there.
Laura, you still there? I don't know if you can hear me. I'm trying to be quiet.
That's a classic guitar. Look at that. Oh yeah, you're still there. I gotta check on my Twitch thing, like see if you're still in the game.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
It's the devil.
Happy birthday. How long is... Wait, all these rooms get sealed up, bro? Like, they're sealed shut. I can't look through the people either. And how long? Wait, hold up. This, on her birthday, bro, has been sitting in here for I don't know how long, bro. 1960. Canonically. 40-something years. Maybe 50. Coming on the current day, I think
Of all the
it's 50.
stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter. Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her at the door. She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
That's freaky, bro.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
That's what you call happy. 8:16. Yeah. Dude, Bigfoot. Is there anything else I can mess with? Other than the old pizza, whatever that's supposed to be. Nothing else.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
These are the ugly portraits. How sweet. This fit. There's a whole boat. Sick.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
maybe you got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Trains, though, dude. I like trains. There it goes. Nice.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin.
Oh, to Calvin. Oh, heck, I'm about to bust through this wall. Here, hold on.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Smack.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
That's me.
Whatever's out there,
Dawn.
I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of this,
Sun.
especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month.
Oh, I thought it was like, oh, is he gonna die soon or
Or
something?
a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
Dude, we like fell out of that tunnel. That's kind of whack.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when
Got
I
hit
was
by a
6.
Train, bro.
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Yeah, heck, bro. What? That's freaky. So he stayed
I'm
down
sure my
there.
mom was trying to protect me.
Yeah, that already is creepy, bro.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house,
Dude, the moment.
I can only
the moment
imagine what
Walter
else
the
she was
whole time.
hiding.
Case closed.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Wait, the power of the house was shut off. Why are these lights down here on? Is there like a backup generator? Gotta be. To the tunnel.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Freaky, bro. I can't see nothing.
Now that there's only one of us left, or
Oh, this
maybe
way.
2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh, yes, bro. 48 plus 5, that's 47. No, what? Hold up, I'm dumb. 48 plus 5. That's 53, bro. I'm dumb. Bad at math. What happened to the train track? Oh.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
That's not ominous.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Oh, I'm supposed to go this way, okay. Some like Valve game, bro. Like, yeah, full of the lighting, you'll find your way eventually.
And the history you're a part of.
Oh, that's the house. Bro, what? Some Hello Neighbor type stuff, bro.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Oh, those lamb girl, I was about to freak out.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
What's this way? What's this total bowl stuff? That was really sick. That one total bowl. Notice there's nothing. Oh. The lights just turn off. Oh, that's actually really sick. That's so cool. This game was made in 2017, dude. The graphics are perfect, but dude, for a game that's like almost 10 years, 8 years old now, it's actually impressive. I love it. Like death.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Let me in. Oh, okay, press E. Ooh, that's me. That looks sick, though. Can I go that way? It's a graveyard. I can only look at it. That's the front. Motion light up there is on.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Oh, yes, bro.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derby Jr., Chirpy, Irby, Lurby, Zerby. This is some amazing dogs. Oh wait, those are gerbils. Those are definitely gerbils. 1952. Which one were hers? Times 1940. Derby Jr., definitely. So where are these gerbils at?
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
tombstone like this, bro, for real. 2010. 2010. 2010. Edith Finch. Oh, that's supposed to be there. Secret to the There's a little dude on it. What? That's sick. That is so cool, dude, actually. Words. I'm trying to read. Something French.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
So get the look at the house now, bro. Look.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
There's Gus. There's a guy named Gus now.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Secrets. Secrets.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Was that the plot? Oh, that was her son at the beginning. I get it now. Oh, it makes sense. It all makes sense now. So,
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Campfire on the roof is awesome. Milk jugs. It's bird fears. That's actually sick. Real.
They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
I don't want to go in there yet. Hold up. I gotta explore this. Hold on.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I don't get it. Oh, he was military. It's like that's World War II, right? Hold on, how old is he? No, that would early Vietnam for sure. Because I don't think they had. That's an M1. Garrett, I don't think they used those for very long, if at all. They were like, here's an M1 and A1 carbine, and they're like, well, here's an automatic rifle to everybody. Is that it? I think that's it. There's a whole bear, dude. A bear. Oh, there's a camera. Pick it up. I cannot. Bear. God. Let me in. Let me in. That looks sick. That looks so cool. Give a story.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime. Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything? It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
That's a whole deer.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination.
Turn off your imagination is a crazy.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, I gotta sit down. I'm so confused. Running up here.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera.
Like
Try not to think about
Dad!
Bro, wait, what? Oh, he just straight up died.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Bro, what? That's straight up Grandpa, bro. Okay, hold up. That's Mom is here, right? Mom is Dawn. Sanjay, I guess his dad or something. I don't know. Sam right here is Grandpa. That's what? That's a ring right there. That's pretty cool. That is so, bro. That is sad. That happens all the time too. That's what sucks. It happens like all the time. What are we looking at now? Dude, he's got MREs stacked in here, bro. This is gonna be me one day, bro. Like 30 boxes of MREs stacked in the attic. Just in case, you'll never know when you need 50 of them. I think like
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Baby gate. Oh. Goes. Divorce content?
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Is that Dawn then?
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Oh, it's a fucking...
What his world was like. It reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
What do I do now?
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. everything. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Bro. He was a year old, dude. What? Oh, what the freak? Bro, man, that's just messed up. I'm not even lying to you. What do you even say about that? Like, that's... Oh, this was Sam's children.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Who's Gus?
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her. We don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. Make this bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. Rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
So I'm confused how he died. So like...
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
So wait, so... Gus died. How? Something to do with wind, something to do with a storm. Maybe he, kind of look like a German flag for a second. Ready, set, dead, what? Oh, it's like some emo dude or something, I don't know. So I guess he might have gotten like sucked off the cliff or something, like just, you know, maybe got like tangled around him, I don't know.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
I'm pregnant and I'm climbing up a rock wall, bro. I'm doing this IRL. And I'm not pregnant.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay is the dad, then okay, sweet.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Oh, wait till Sanjay died. Finch. This is a cool person, actually. Religion, science, math, history. 10 ways to teach critical thinking. Can I slide down? I don't even care. I'm gonna back up the top. That's actually so cool. Won't let me punch a right there. I have to roll my way back up.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
There's so many missing posters here. That's crazy. Yeah, I looked through Louis for like all the missing posters at the house. Doesn't help much. I feel like, I don't know.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
What happened to him, bro?
And to see kids in the house again.
Sure, Sanjay's story.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Lady gets stuff like up here like this. How?
But it didn't last.
Homeschool. That's kind of cool. Fungus.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings. I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Dude, that looks so cool. What's this? That is awesome. Hold on. You gotta have like crazy upper arm strength, upper body strength and shadow. The pastels. Oh shit.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Grab some of that one. Pull some stuff up. Desk.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
What happened to him then? Because I know, because I read up a little bit, and that was mostly because like I was seeing videos of crack.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
So the last thing he painted right here, I assume. There's a dot this way. No, it wasn't. Okay.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room, except Louis.
Marijuana. He's high on marijuana. love to have a house like this. This is actually so cool. Mouse was dragging across the entire length of the desk. Oh yeah, this guy was hot.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Legalize marijuana. Yeah, I think this guy was high video.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Nice. High school diploma. Orca Island Regional High School. He graduated at least. Extra Lives, Masters of Game Design. Game designers know making games with C++. Cheat Code Kings, Volume -1. Social Studies, got all the math and stuff. Dungeon Master, bro. He plays D&D, that's okay. I play D&D. I'll look through that in a second, I think that's...
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
Still got leaf notes. Locker contents.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats and toads. And things that had not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. began to forget the world we know.
No, is that the Nintendo Switch?
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting me.
That's like her. He's like right here. What's the connection?
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Did he kill himself or something? What? Oh my gosh.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
What the... What, dude? No. Bro, that's so messed up. Dude, that is tragic. That is tragic. I don't even know what to say at this point.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Because this is my room.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
This is her teaching her, Dawn Finch, yeah. Oh, dude, this is cool.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
No area for Dawn.
Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're
That's
all
so
leaving
real.
tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oops. What do I do now? Follow the light source, just like Valve games do.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
That is
When my
so
mom
cool.
said the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
What?
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh, that's so sick. What? Dude, I want to, when I get a house like this, bro, I'm putting secret rooms in it. I'm putting secret rooms like
The thing
this.
you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear
Chapter 1.
There's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
What if I go left? Evil.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
I'm pretty sure it's just straight this way. Just keep walking forward.
I got turned around.
How you get turned around, bro? Just walk forward. Come on. Can I go around this? Yes, I can. Okay.
For a while, I wondered. I started seeing things.
That's freaky. A whole meter's in there.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
That's an old stove, dude. What? That's sick.
Or maybe I came back to them.
Oh, I gotta open this.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go!
I kicked and screamed, but
Man,
Mom dragged me
fuck
to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Ooh, for a great grandma, she's
The next
awfully
morning, the van
spry.
came to
Just
pick
being
her
able
up,
to stand up like
she
that.
was already gone.
That's crazy.
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few
I do
years
that all
went
the
by.
time, even now.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Yo, what am I being born?
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Swag.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Bro, genuinely? I don't think we get games like this that often, bro. Like, I know I'm not talking to, like, anybody right now. Like, if you're watching this now, thank you for watching, first off. But, like, once in a blue moon, and I'm talking, like, every 30 years, it feels like, we did a game that's, like, so... It's like AAA games. I saw this meme one time, it sounds funny, but it's like, I guess the best way to put it is like, it takes like a $70 game that you can pick up from like Activision or something, and like it's the most, it's pretty fun. You kind of put it down after a while, but like it takes a $20 or $10 game even to like change your life, bro. Like this is, dude, I'm gonna play this again, like, and again and again and again. Like I gotta figure out, because there's some there's like actual soul in this game. You can feel it. Johan, Unlockables programmer. I got an achievement for that. That's awesome. Artist. That's pretty cool. Concept artist, bro. I Look, I'd kill to work on a game like this, dude. Like, bro, Giant Sparrow, hit me up, dude, please. I would, like, voice over, I don't care, like, fly me out to the studio somewhere, give me that voiceover. My headset here sucks. But, like, being able to be a part of this would be, like, something like this, in general, would be, like, a dream come true for me, bro. I think they did fantastic on this game. Genuinely. Additional rigging. Additional animation. Additional animation. Additional animation. Additional programming. This is Walter's room. Yeah, Walter's room. Dude. Holding the shotgun is awesome. Megan, Ellison, who are these? Nathan, Gary. Yeah. Who are these people? Are these like actors or something, or like extras? I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. Dude, this is like the coolest credit scene I think I've ever seen in a game. Like, then again, every other game I've like played properly. I thought that said Heartbeat Lee for a second, that would have been funny. The old drunk man, Druckman. Special thanks to Genovic, everybody at Anampera Pictures, Eric Fong, Sambird. That's a lot of words. I'm not gonna read them. Edith Finch team, bro. It took them 5 years to develop this game. Dude, time well spent, bro. Talk about time well spent. Bro, you know, I looked before I cut the stream, like I looked up because I watched a short video about this game. And like, first off, really good game. Could not recommend it any more than I do if you're watching. Please go play it for yourself because it's better experiencing it. But like, bro, could you imagine the work they would have put into this in 5 years' time? This was the second game I think they made. The first game they made was something to do with Milton, so I'm told. Something like the same theming around Milton, so people are like, it's the sequel, unofficial sequel to the game. This is the second game they made. Dude, this game's like, I think it came out in 2015 or something like that. 2017 is when it came out. 2017 and it's 2025 now. That's 8 years. And they're coming out with a new game eventually. Probably within 2 years, I'd hope. Because I've seen like they're making progress on this, all I'm told. And like, dude, if this is what they can do in 5 years, depending on how long they've been developing this next game, how good do you think this next game's gonna be? Like, I think it's gonna be fantastic. Anyway, that's the end of the stream, guys. Thank you for staying, and thank you for watching back if you watch back on this. I'll see you later. Good night. Fare thee well. See you tomorrow.